You are a dynamite. I was not expecting you to actually go into the Bigg Boss house, and my God, what a big surprise it was to see you in there. So, a huge congratulations, and I'm so sorry to see you out. I mean, it's quite a bittersweet feeling. So, how are you coping with the whole energies surrounding your eviction and your stint in the house?
I'm trying to cope. I feel like I haven't coped yet because I've just it's like I got out and it's just been a discussion about, like, I feel like I'm still in the Big Boss sort of zone. I think it's gonna take me a fair amount of time to sort of adjust to reality, because um 24/7 with this, with a bunch of people, completely disconnected with the world. I feel like it took me a while to get adjusted there, and I had just gotten adjusted. It had been a week where I was like, okay, you know what, I'm here, I'm playing the game now and everything. And I was out and I was just like, damn it. uh, yeah, it's been good. There are a fair amount of it's like a feeling of pride mixed with like regret, because
Hmm.
it took me a while to cope and sort of adjust in there, which sort of did not, which proved, what is the opposite of beneficiary? It
Disadvantages. It was a bit disadvantageous for you.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
to me. And
so you said you have regrets. What is that regret? What are the regrets that you have?
um you know uh, I mean, the regret, as in, the only other way would have been to completely change me as me and my values and my belief system, um uh, for me to be well adjusted. What happened was, I, as a person, I did let emotions get, I don't think I've ever been in situations in life that could have prepared me for some of the things, because um I've never been in a situation where experienced, let alone me, someone using someone for something. So, the whole thought of something like that happening, uh, playing with people's feelings, oh, game hai, oh, task hai, just sort of bringing someone down, oh, task hai. It, there were a lot of things, even fighting or taking a stand. If I'm fighting with someone, if I'm arguing with someone,
Hmm.
it needs to be a fight between the two of us where things are said, but things are also understood, and it goes somewhere, and it's a fight about something. So uh, uh, a fight between two people, but then there's like this one person yelling in between, there's this other person coming and just saying things for the camera, and then I feel like I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I let emotions take get the better of me the first 4 5 days, and I was just lost, and I sort of went into this shell, which in turn caused me to shut off a side of my personality that people would connect with the most. That I am, this whole bubbly, loud, happy go lucky vibe was turned into like this, this sort of closed up, staying in the back, um, crying in the bathroom, sort of. So
Yeah.
I think that's a disadvantage, because it took me a while to adjust, but you don't have time in the Big Boss house. Once you connect with the audience, you're supposed to do it immediately. But yeah, I did later. Um,
Yeah, I was
with,
going to say actually, it seemed like you pretty much got on with everyone and anyone, but yet it seemed like because I feel like in Big Boss, I feel there is this necessity to sort of have this solid rock, this solid bond with that one individual, which you seem to have with Pratik, but again, which kind of fluctuated at times as well. Um, and then we also saw you as a potential Cupid. Each time between Karan and Tejasvi Tejran, who are also named as well on social media now as well. So
yeah.
do you feel like the reason why you're out now is because you were lost and the fact that you weren't able to create this concrete sort of bond with one particular person that was almost like this undying sort of relationship in the house?
I think I did create a bond like that. I mean, my bond with Karan was also pretty strong because we knew each other from before, and we were always there for each other. But what what happened was, he was focusing on his game and everything. Having said that, with Pratik, it fluctuated, but it was never, the fluctuation was us fighting, because
Mm,
what I focused on, which is my one of the things about my nature or how I am, is that I don't like misunderstandings, whether it's me being misunderstood or someone else. So I could not let go of the fact that a lot of times he was just misunderstood, and I would it's unfortunate for me now that I would focus on that, and I would try and make him understand. I would try to be this mediator sort of a thing. No, you see the other side, and etc. etc. So I don't think my bond with Pratik was pretty strong. In fact, that's pretty much why a lot of times I was sane in the house, and I give a lot of credit to him, sort of being that rock or being that support system who was there, who cared. But so I don't think that was an issue. um but yeah, this whole thing of "you're too nice" is you can't care so much about people's feelings in a game like this. Like, you can't make decisions out of, oh, how will this person feel, oh, will he feel bad or will she feel bad. And that is where a lot of times I came across as, oh, she doesn't have a voice or whatever, whereas I spoke up where it was required.
you
It's
did.
just, unfortunately, I don't speak when people are not listening. I can't just speak, yell into the void. That's not how I am as a person. But that again was a disadvantage because everybody else does do that in the house.
Mhm.
um
Yeah.
so it was a constant battle between, I mean, at the end of the day, I was just being real. I don't have it in me to do something just to be seen,
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
be whatever, for footage or whatever, which does not work. It's
Right.
not.
Now, what I find very interesting, whenever I speak with contestants or housemates once they've come out of their house, I mean, what were you like before you went into Bigg Boss, and how do you think the whole experience has changed you? And do you think it's changed you for the better, for the worse, for the good?
um I it has, the thing is, I came back with a lot of with a lot of with a huge idea of how I should be.
Hmm.
um I learned a lot of things that I need to change about myself. I learned that I cannot always sort of be this trusting. um I can't put other people's feelings before mine, which I tend to do in life. I need to stop being this modest, in the fact that I have a habit of, when I'm somewhere, if someone else is being really loud or is in a positive manner, I let other people shine, because I don't know, I'm comfortable and secure enough in my own self that I've never had to do something to sort of show that, oh, I am this or I am that, or look at me or hear me or whatever.
Mm.
Needs to change. You can't go into a show like this and sort of be, a lot of people have applaud, like, have sort of complimented me on that you never did anything out of, just for the heck of it or whatever. You were pretty much how you were, and you were genuine and you were real. But this race of life is not meant for someone like that. So I've learned that this whole you got to be a little street smart, and you got to be a little,
You have to be tactful, basically, and on your guard constantly.
I said it in front of the camera. I was like, I used to tell Pratik masti mein, I used to be like, थोड़ा मुझे चंट बनना सिखा दो, थोड़ा I say that बहुत, I need to learn a lot of दुनियादारी and छल कपट. I've been too protected in life, and not
Yeah.
everyone and feels and does as you do. It's not necessary. This world is not as rainbows and butterflies as I think it is.
No, it isn't. So obviously, when you were in the house, dynamics are different. But then when you watch it as a viewer, I think opinions can change quite significantly. So
I think they will. I haven't watched it. But already, like, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't gotten freaking time to even watch the episodes yet. But obviously, there were a lot of things that I learned, that is why I say I'm that is where I'm coming from in saying that I cared too much for people who didn't necessarily care for me. and I should have, not focused on that and focused on just myself. So definitely, now that I'm out, a lot of people are asking me if you get to go into the house again as a wild card. Hell yes, I would sort of go in, and I don't know. I feel like if I had this perspective before, I would have done things a lot differently. And now that I do, because I know who's what from the outside way better than I did inside, because I give too many, like, this benefit of doubt nonsense of mine is really bad. That
Yeah.
nay, he can't be that bad. No, he can't be that bad.
Yeah, true. But I think before I let you go, Akasa, who are you really interested in pursuing a friendship or a bond with outside of the house once the show ends? And who are you keen on ignoring? And who do you kind of also see as a winner potentially? Because I mean, I know it's a long, long way to go and things will change. Curveballs will be thrown into the house as they usually do. But do you have an inkling of idea of who you definitely will hang out with and who you see as your winner as well?
Both the answers are common to both of that. I think I know for a fact that obviously Pratik goes without saying. I'm going to hang out with him. I'm waiting
Oh.
for my friend Pratik to come out. Uh, but I think, towards like the past week, we had this little late night tradition, this group of us that Omar used to call youngster party at night, that we used to make. I used to make them parathas. There was Simbu, there was Omar, Pratik, and I. Sometimes Karan was a part of it. Sometimes Teju was. So definitely all these people I will hang out with. Nishant, Karan, Teju, Omar and Simbu, and Pratik for sure. Um, the others, if they contact me, I will obviously hang out with them. But there's no one I'll ignore. Like if
Yeah.
I could, don't you think I would be different in the house if I could ignore people
You
who?
you can't, Akasa. I've got to know you enough through the interviews that we've done, and I just know that that's just not you. Okay, I very much know that, and that's why when I saw you on the show, I was very proud that you were still the same person that you've always been, and I'm really delighted. But before you go, quickly, kuch gaane ho jaye, because I feel like our interviews are very incomplete if you don't sing for us. So if you could sing a few lines of Ethea, actually, because you sang so beautifully on Weekend Cover. So if you could please sing a few lines of that.
नहीं हटनी दिन छत टप के आवागी तेनु फड़ के जावागी तुझ पे नजर ब्लॉक हो गई मेरी हद हो गई डिसेंसी की गल हो गई अर्जेंसी की बहुत हुई डिस्टेंस तेरी मेरी कदी ते क्लोजर आ मैं तेरे हार्ट नु टच कर ला के जटनी पिछे नहीं हटनी तू एक दिन मेरा ही होना ओ एथिया ओ एथिया.
Oh, what a treat! What a treat for us. You know what? I'm in a way, Akasa. Actually, the fact that you've left, we got to hear this. So I, in a way, chalo kuch to fayda hua. I'm glad that at least we got to chat.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, she's so boring," and I'm just like, I will entertain the shit out of you. So I'm coming up with a lot of music and other stuff to sort of prashchit my pap of not speaking, being entertaining. I think I was.
Oh no! But look, on the positive side, you get to celebrate Diwali as well. So a huge happy Diwali to you as well, Akasa, and wishing you all the very best. And I'm very proud of your journey on Bigg Boss, and you should be very proud too as well.
Thank you. Happy Diwali to you too.
Thank you.
Nice being with you. Bye
Lovely.
bye.
See you later. Bye.